Okay, so picture this. Could a serious brain disease actually start right there in your stomach? I know, it sounds totally like science fiction, right? But the reality is literally staring us right in the gut. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a really incredible explainer on the absolutely fascinating and sometimes pretty vulnerable communication highway between your brain and your belly. Trust me, this is going to completely change how you view your own digestion.
We are going to be decoding the complex neural network that controls how we digest food, looking closely at gastrointestinal motility in neurologic disease. We'll figure out what happens when the wiring between your central nervous system and your digestive tract gets, well, a little frayed. The answers are honestly pretty surprising.
All right, let's look at our agenda for today. First, the gut's second brain. Second, when the system fails. Third, central brain diseases. Fourth, peripheral wires and diabetes. And finally, diagnosis and management.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the gut's second brain.
Now, we usually think of our brain as the ultimate sole commander of our body, right? But your digestive tract actually has a mind of its own. It's mind-blowing, but your enteric nervous system, that's the dedicated nerve network inside your gut, packs roughly 100 million neurons. Just to put that into perspective for you, that is basically equivalent to your entire spinal cord. It's this massive network that lets your gut independently handle its own motor, secretory, and sensory functions. Pretty cool, huh? And when you look at how this is wired, you can see how those extrinsic neural pathways from the brain and spinal cord connect straight into the gut's own intrinsic pacemaker cells. Those little internal networks down in the gut wall, including what we call the interstitial cells of Cajal, essentially act as the electrical pacemakers. They integrate all this incoming neurological activity just to keep things moving smoothly. To really get how these pathways work together, it helps to think of the whole system like driving a car. Your parasympathetic nerves, which are mostly driven by the vagus nerve, well, that's your gas pedal. It's excitatory, telling your gut muscles to push digestion forward. On the flip side, your sympathetic nerves act as the brakes. They inhibit muscle movement and actually stop digestion. So if you're super stressed out, your body slams on those sympathetic brakes. But when you finally relax, the parasympathetic gas pedal takes over. So, the absolutely crucial thing to understand here is peristalsis. This is the foundational movement our gut uses to actually transport our food. It isn't just some random squeezing. Actually, it's a highly programmed neural reflex that needs perfect, split-second timing between your nerves and your muscles. You can literally see the exact moment a bolus, or a bite of food, stretches the gut wall. The sensory neurons detect that stretch and boom, instantly, they trigger excitatory transmitters like